Oh, hey folks, welcome back. It's nearing 7 p.m. It's definitely a Monday. Good Lord Almighty. It's the 10th of May. Hope everybody's doing okay. Welcome back. This evening, because I'm feeling fancy, I got my fancy pants on. I just came from the store. I needed to stock up on a few things, and anyway, we got the Keweenaw Brewing Company, which is way well northeast of me, the absolute tip of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Red Jacket, and what we're doing is we are celebrating, emphasis on the word red, my second full red on red heifer calf that was born early this morning. No, it does not take me a lot in my childish ways to think of a way to have a beer. And anyway, bottoms up. Fred, you old dirty dog, you haven't said hello for a while. Hope you're doing okay. Fred, do you still hate me? If you do, I don't care. It's okay, buddy. All right. My evening's about done. We received a fair amount of moisture today. Today's been a weird day. We had hailstorms, just small little pebble-sized hail. Rain with pure sunshine. It's just been weird. I can't really go after anything else. I was going to do some lawn work here this evening. But anyway, no. It's one of those evenings where I'm going to make a nice dinner and catch up on a pile of backlogged paperwork. And anyway, decided to do a YouTube video. I owed it to you last evening, but failed in that department. I had some other things going on. But what we're going to do here is we're going to talk a little bit about my crop report and crop expectations here for this year, what's going in, which is very minimal, folks. We're going to take a look at my corn seed that is now here, seed corn, excuse me. And then we're going to go take a look at my planter. And we are going to have a conversation on population settings for each seed corn for, of course, corn silage, and then sweet corn, which I'm looking to put in the ground, if not tomorrow, probably Wednesday. And we'll go from there. So, I guess first things first. First thing is first. Let's get our priorities straight here, for crying out loud. She's been a Monday today. Good Lord. All right, folks, I opted to go a different route this year. I opted to, I do all my business with the feed mill, who is absolutely fantastic. I wanted some different choices this year, though. I opted to go with and deal with Nutrien Ag Solutions, who took over a small but fantastic company, no more than about 15 miles from here. They took them over, I think, about a year and a half ago. And anyway, I opted to get my seed corn from them this year. So what we're looking at here is the DeKalb DKC 3630. This is obviously Roundup ready. This is a silage-based corn. Remember, I don't have all the lingo or the answers here. I'm not an educator. I'm just telling you what I'm using. This variety, the DeKalb 3630, is a proven many times over winner up here in this neck of the woods. If you can make that make sense. So I guess to go further here in crop report, I guess what I'm trying to tell you is I'm putting in 30 acres, 30 to 31 acres worth of corn this year to fill both silos, and it will fill both silos. I'm looking for that big little extra oomph of an insurance policy of feed is what I'm doing. Kind of getting off track here, going into the crop reports, but anyway, yeah, you're looking at 9 bags of the DeKalb 3630, and then you're looking at about 6 bags. We'll talk about this stuff here in a second. You're looking at about 6 bags of this older, and yes, I did multiple germination tests on this older DeKalb sweet corn, seed corn, which is designed, I don't have the number on there. I guess I should be better prepared if I'm going to be doing this stuff. Be real nice if you cooperated with me. Variety. What's the actual number here? What's the number? Anyway, long story short, this is a shelled corn variety. This was given to me. This is leftover from the gentleman that I bought the corn planter from. Pretty happy and proud about that. That's those bags of seed corn right there are no joke. There's a big price tag behind those. In fact, 3 years ago, which was last time he used the corn planter that we're going to go take a look at, I kid you not, if this means anything to you, he had the highest bushels to the acre brought in to the feed mill that year. So anyway, I'm obviously using it. Speaking the obvious here, I do have a plan on how I'm going to go about it, but I am going to throw it into the mix with the silage-based corn, quite obviously. We'll talk more about that here as we go look at the corn planter. Okay, what the hell are these little guys? Huh? All right, Seminis. This is the Anthem XR2. These are 2 of my 4 bags. I got another bag in the house that I got earlier, and they owe me another bag, which is fine. It's going to be here in about a week. I've got 4 bags of the Seminis Anthem XR2 sweet corn. There is approximately 25,000, only 25,000 kernels of corn in these bags. Let's take a look at this bag again. Okay, one hand, no problem. $460 for one of those bags. I do bachelorette parties on the weekends. Talking about my male dancing career here to try and get ahead. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to sit here and kick rocks and complain. It's called supply and demand. Anyway, that is my sweet corn seed variety that I'm using this year. I have 4 bags worth, a 100,000 kernel count, and we'll go from there. Just a little read you up here. The Anthem 2. It's a 73-day bicolor. Tender and sweet, excellent yield and tip fill. It by God better be. That DeKalb silage corn, by the way, is it's an 86-day corn. So, yeah, looking real forward to it. Like I said, the DeKalb is a tried, proven winner up here in this neck of the woods. There's been multiple people putting that in for The last 3, 4, 5 years, and looking real forward to it. I've heard a lot of great things about it. Just excellent, excellent tonnage. We're not talking yield here, we're talking tonnage. And of course, the goal is to fill two silos full of corn silage, the 16-footer and 18-footer. And 31 acres will do it. Period, end of story. And we'll go from there. Hope everybody had a good Mother's Day yesterday. Had a little gathering at the house or something like that. I know we did, and it was really, really nice. Just a real nice day. Yeah, we got some moisture here today. Unexplainable weather. Tonight, like I had said before, was supposed to be a lawn mowing maintenance type day this evening, but that ain't happening. Last night I minded my business till damn near dark because it was beautiful out. I did some mowing, but I got to pick that up with the lawn sweeper yet, but everything's wet. Can't do it. All right, now we're going to take a look at this corn planter, which is ready to go. We're going to talk about population settings on fertilizer and obviously corn itself. I ended up hooking up to the corn planter here probably, now of course I messed with it when I first got it and then some, but I've been busy with a lot of other things, so I kind of put it on the wayside. I'm a little embarrassed to tell you, I didn't know if the markers work correctly, because I know that's an issue. They do beautifully. You know, coming down, not independently, but whatever the word is. And I actually even did a test run. Obviously no seed in the boxes, but I did a test run in the longer grass down there, and everything's in good condition. This has been fully maintenanced and ready for the big dance. It's going to start off with sweet corn, maybe even tomorrow. I don't know. Wednesday, 110%. Tomorrow is possible. We'll see what happens. Okay, so what we're going to talk about now is population settings. And this is a discussion that there's going to be an argument no matter what. Okay? These are my choices. These are my decisions. I'm going to be playing with this respectfully this year and gaining a small education. This is a first for me with this corn planter and planting corn in general. I'm very proud about it. But I'm dealing with two different products this year. A sweet corn, which is highly valuable. I'm talking about the price of seed, folks. I mean, I spent just, I don't like talking finances. I think that's for idiots. Spitting out numbers. You know, I've got just under $2,000 worth of sweet corn seed that's going in the ground this year. And then, of course, thousands and thousands of dollars, even though it's only 31 acres, of silage corn, seed corn going in the ground. But it never ends. It never ends. Red Jacket. We're celebrating the full red heifer I had today. Anybody that doesn't care for my humor, that's okay. Sometimes I don't care for it as either. Okay, let's start out with the sweet corn populations, because that's what we're doing first. I'm opting to go a little above and beyond what's normal. Now, your population on sweet corn needs to be, we're not even going to talk about what it would be close to with, actual seed corn for the farm and the cows. You want it planted somewhat lighter so it's got room to roam, for the lack of better words, and of course for nutrients and everything else. So there's many settings for me to choose from here. Here's the brand new $75 manual. So these are all my settings for me to choose from. Obviously, I'm planting in 30-inch rows. So I'm opting to go after the population setting of 26,100 kernels per acre. There's many that say that, well, maybe you need to drop that 1, 2, 3,000 kernels to the acre lower. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to test it out. There's one thing that nobody can say here this year, and that's my fertilizer program. Not only fertilizer program, but cow manure program. We're talking the most fertile damn property you can think of. So, it's my choice. That's what I'm doing. Hopefully I don't learn a lesson the hard way, which is the way I've always learned everything. All right, sweet corn, 26,100 kernels per acre. That means that the sweet corn seeds are going to be roughly 8 inches apart, which needs to be set on the 22 and 22 sprocket, driven and driver, which they're already set. Everything's been lubricated. I'm on the 22 and the 22, if you can see that. Thank God for smart people in this world and engineers. Well, I've got a comment for engineers too, but right now I'm gonna keep that to myself. Okay, let's keep talking about sweet corn. Unlike the silage corn I'm putting in for the cows, I'm not broadcasting beforehand any fertilizer into these smaller in nature patches for my sweet corn. Damn near totals 4 acres worth of sweet corn. I'm just not broadcasting any fertilizer beforehand. So therefore, all fertilizer for the sweet corn patches are going to be what I call inline. Excuse my verbiage, that's what I call it, and that's what I'm going to continue to call it. Inline fertilizer. So, that being said, let me give you the correct numbers here. My goal is to shoot for a rough 300 pounds to the acre, and we're going triple 19. No fancy dancy stuff at 26, 10, 24. No, we're going triple 19. So 30-inch rows. I have the regular fertilizer augers. Wow. That was my first beer, by the way, just in case anybody asks. I'm going after 300 pounds to the acre, which is a 24 and 18 sprocket setup. And what I failed to tell you is we're hooked up to the 6400 cab tractor. I think this is a perfect marriage. This excuse me, this combination of sprockets here should give me just it. The number is just under 300 pounds, but yeah. I guess I could probably wait till we start planting seed corn for silage, but I'll just tell you right now, I am opting. I'm opting to up the ante just a little bit. I've got a good relationship with a couple or few individuals that have been really testing this out heavy for the last couple few years. I'm really lucky and thankful that they're willing and able to share their valuable and truthful information with me. I'm up in the ante on sweet corn this year. Instead of that, what would it normally be? 33,000 one bag, which is 80,000 kernels, to 2.4 acres. That's the norm here. I'm up in the ante a little bit. I'm actually, I've got my set, I'm going to have my settings for silage corn set at 35,600 per acre. So, yeah, I got all my meters back. Obviously, everything's put back together. Everything tested out and calibrated correctly. There was some new pins put in there, and also the new belts. And we're ready for the big dance. I took a nice little small test run on here today, just a little one, just in the long grass, so I didn't do much damage anywhere. And the true test is tomorrow or Wednesday. I will be shooting for a goal of 2 inches in the ground of the sweet corn, and I will follow the same thing for silage corn. All right, let's talk about a crop report, which I was going to do a nice big sit-down ordeal here this winter with you. Kind of failed you in that department. Folks, it's real simple. You're not getting much razzle-dazzle this year. I'm going to start off by first telling you I'm not wrapping any feed this year unless Mother Nature blesses us with one hell of a nice third crop. I'll wrap about 100, 125 bales. Weather dependent, I'll wrap the whole damn thing for the Youngstock lot this winter. There's no sorghum going in the ground this year. Because of my crop rotations this year and my, let's call it my fetish for filling both silos chuck full, that insurance policy of feed, I can't put sorghum in the ground. I won't. It would require me to turn up another piece of property, and I am not willing to do that just yet. Now, I have a piece of property in mind for next year that we'll see how it produces this year for dry hay. It's on the downslope. I could see that property being corn next year, and then our 18 and a half acres just down the road, I could see that being sorghum or peas and oats, new seeding alfalfa. We'll deal with that next year. I don't have the brain capacity to start thinking about next year right now. I can't even think about tomorrow right now. So let me get back on track here. Let's talk about planting only. 31 acres of silage corn going in the ground. Of course, I got all the sweet corn going in, but we're not going to talk about that. It's just 4 little small patches, 3. 31 acres of silage corn going in. I have 13 and a half acres of new seeding, pure alfalfa going in with no nurse crop, mother crop. This is a chunk of property that I lease from my uncle. I've been farming it now for about 3-4 years. They want to kind of rejuvenate it, so to speak, everything else, and they're stepping up to the plate too. It's not all my money that's going in there. It's theirs as well, which is fantastic. It saves me. 13 and a half acres of alfalfa is going in the ground. Other than that, I'm putting in about 4 acres worth of oats in the behind the barn pasture, all that roughed up area. If you're a fan of the channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Other than that, there's only 1 acre that I need to rough up and plant because of a fence line that some landowners that I leased their property, they took out, and they want it to blend into the field. Folks, that's it. Now it's a lot to me. I got a lot on my plate, but that's it. That's all that's going in the ground this year. Everything else is dry hay. Back to basics. I don't know how else to tell you. The razzle dazzle, the fancy pants is costing me nothing but large money, headaches, and as far as I'm concerned, the way I do things and have been doing things, a shortage on feed, if you can make that make sense. So it's time to grow up and put the big boy pants on and understand and notice there needs to be a change done this year. Back to gosh damn basics. And that is what I am doing. We'll have some razzle dazzle next year, maybe a little bit with some wrapped stuff. You might even see a little bit this year, like I said, with a blessed Mother Nature third crop of alfalfa. That's it. I apologize that I didn't have my my crap together here on acreage count of dry hay ground. That's the way I'm going to put it for this year. But I can assure you it's in the hundreds. Go from there. That's my new house cat. I got him just before Christmas time. Right, boy? I'm a pretty simple person, so his name is Kitty. Hey, Kitty. Kitty, what are you doing? You turd. Some sorry-ass individual decided that they didn't want him no more. He was just a little kitten and dropped him off. He was an absolute skeleton. Skeleton. But I could see that he was domesticated, obviously, and he wasn't going to make it if I left him in the barn. Wasn't going to do it. So I've never been a house cat person. Trust me, I don't even believe in what I'm talking about right now myself. But I took him in, and yeah, he's my little pal. Right, buddy? Right, kitty? Huh? What, are you out hunting? Think you're a tough guy, huh? No? You're a good boy. You're all right. You're all right. Folks, that's about it. This is almost a 30-minute video, and there's no excuse for that, but I always keep saying that, and I really don't care. Red jacket. Stay tuned for a video coming up here real quick. If not tomorrow's sweet corn planting video, which, by the way, I snuck out there this afternoon right after bean time and culti-mulched that first sweet corn patch. It's ready to go. She's ready. But if we don't do a video tomorrow on planting the sweet corn, which I'm very excited about, we'll do a video tomorrow in the cow yard. We'll take a look at the calves. There's some new ones to take a look at. We'll do some talking from there. There's been a lot of questions of the bulls. Ben, what's your deciding factor in keeping bulls back? I'll share with you my very simple elementary science as being a mediocre cattleman on my telltale signs. And most of it has to do with genetics. But yeah, stay tuned for a video. Hope everybody's doing okay. I hope you enjoyed this very jibber-jabberish crop report, seed corn variety population setting video. I don't have all the answers. This is just for fun, folks. Don't forget that. And It's time to make a nice casserole dish, catch up on paperwork, and scratch the head and think about maybe start buying lottery tickets. But I can assure you that ain't happening. Well, what the hell is that behind me? Yeah, we probably better talk about this for anybody that's actually still watching. This is not mine. I wish it was. This is beautiful. This belongs to a good cousin of mine, good man. They have a camp on 80 acres just down the road a little ways. He lives downstate Michigan, so it's quite a trek. He was up here not too long ago and working up a piece of property up by the camp that you may or may not remember me saying on a video that I had to put in a food plot. That was the food plot. Anyway, the day he was done roughing it up, which he did a beautiful job of it, rototilling, it started throwing a whole bunch of codes and acting funny. So of course it's still under warranty. He brought it to the John Deere dealer and maintenance guy in town, which does such a fantastic job. Northgate Equipment. He brought it over there and talked to me obviously and said, you know, he had to head home. He's like, hey, for safekeeping, I'm absolutely bring it on over here. We'll put it under shelter. So folks, we got to figure out a way how we're going to put about 30, 40, or 50 hours on this thing, wash it up real nice and pretend nothing ever happened. No, this is a beaut. This is a beautiful, I believe you call it garden tractor, economy tractor. I'm going to say it's a little better than that. I mean, you got your PTO, everything. This is just, she's a beaut. John Deere 3035D. Yeah. Anyway, it's all fixed, ready to go. Obviously, it had to do with some sensors and the biggest problem was a relay. So anyway, folks, I got to go. Talk to you sooner or later.